Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm super excited because I'm taking you to Windy City, Chicago. After landing, I decided to skip the cab and took the metro straight from the airport to downtown Chicago. First stop, Millennium Park. Of course, I had to see the iconic Cloud Gate, or as everyone calls it, the Bean. Did you know this stunning sculpture was created by an Indian artist Anish Kapoor? It is made of stainless steel plates and reflects the city's skyline beautifully. It's definitely one of the most popular photo spots in Chicago. After soaking in the beauty of the park, I wandered around taking in all the tall skyscrapers around me. Chicago's architecture is truly impressive. Of course, what's a trip without some shopping? I stopped by Macy's and Primark. Fun fact, the Macy's here is massive. It is located in the historic Marshall Fields building, which was once one of the largest department stores in the world. But the title of the biggest Macy's goes to one in New York City at Herald Square. Next, I headed to the Chicago Riverwalk, a must visit spot in the city. The vibe along the river was amazing with stunning buildings lining both the side of water. It's the perfect place for a peaceful stroll. From there, I made my way to Navy Pier. This iconic spot has everything from restaurants to shop and even a giant Ferris wheel. The view of Lake Michigan from here is just breathtaking. And to end the day on a high note, I decided to go on the famous Chicago River Cruise. The city is known for its incredible architecture, and this tour is one of the best ways to see it all. It was a relaxing ride and with amazing views of the skyline, and the guide shared interesting stories about the buildings and their history.
And this is really easy. Let's go back to the London House, Chicago. Originally known as the Jewelers Building. This building was completed in 1940. This was an act of Congress to connect these little Lego buildings. You see, there's like a pediment angle. That looks like a Greek. When we come back the other way and this thing is lit up, you'll really be able to see the canal. 1930, right in the heart of the Art Deco era. Place. In 1983, the architects were KPF. Another example of that dancing along, he has no clue his son is down there. Underneath this building. How do we know that there's a railway there? Well, see all that. Frank Abbott. The name of the building is in the 90s. It's up because in 19 Grand Avenue, like many streets in Chicago, is reforms design. One of the issues we have chocolate medallion with the butterflies, red bricks. That Chesbrough has 3 different ideas to try and fix the city. Take a look down the east part of the river. Oh man, the lights are starting to come. Here's the world's strongest steel. So that's design. So that makes it a lot of money. Thanks for Graham, Anderson, Post, and White. Civic and has that design. Bracing for Chicago in 18. We refer to it as the Sears Tower. The reason we got skyscrapers was because of the fire. Just a second. IBM, towards the top, Ward, right near a marine facility. The Navy Pier was used in Paris. He went to the World's Fair. He went to the World's Fair and. About 10 to 15 inches, or about 20 centimeters or so.
After an exciting day of exploring, I wrapped it up with a delicious dinner, and of course, I couldn't miss out on Jenny's splendid ice creams. Next morning, kicked things off with a visit to the Field Museum of Natural History. It's one of the largest natural history museums in the world and home to some incredible exhibits. The highlight, Sue the T-Rex. She's the largest, most complete, and best preserved T-Rex ever discovered. The museum also has fascinating exhibits on ancient culture, rare gemstones, and even an immersive Egyptian tomb experience. If you love history, science, or just exploring something new, this place is a must visit. For brunch, I headed to Starbucks Reserve Roastery on Michigan Avenue. This isn't just any Starbucks, it's a coffee lover's paradise. The Chicago Roastery is the largest Starbucks in the world, spread across 4 floors. Each floor offers a different experience, from freshly brewed coffee to artisan pastries and even cocktails made with coffee. They have exclusive drinks and blends you won't find at a regular Starbucks. We tried their signature drinks and some pastries. The vibe was amazing and the interior design is stunning. If you are a Starbucks fan, you definitely have to check it out. When in Chicago, you have to try the famous deep dish pizza. So we headed to Pizzeria Uno, which is the birthplace of Chicago-style deep dish. The pizza was absolutely loaded with cheese, sauce, and toppings. It's so rich and filling, definitely a unique pizza experience. To end the trip, walked along Lake Michigan and admired the stunning Chicago skyline. The view from the city from the lakefront is breathtaking, especially when the sun sets and the buildings light up. Chicago has been such an amazing experience, from iconic landmarks to delicious food and stunning views. This city has so much to offer. I hope you enjoyed coming along on this trip with me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next adventure. Bye.